Okay. Hi, welcome to the presentation. My name is Kelly. I come from Sussex, Australasia. We are a media planning and buying agency based in Sydney, Australia, but we also specialize in cross-border business, and we're helping a lot of Australian, New Zealand brands going to China. So one of our specialties is helping our clients understand China and know how to tell their brand stories once they are communicating to Chinese consumers. So today our topic is the cultural and human factors, or forces rather, reshaping the kids' nutrition space in China. Thanks DSM for inviting me to this presentation where I'll share some of the insights we have in this product space. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive in. First of all, I want to talk about a cultural difference between China and, say, Australia and New Zealand, which is family structure. So China is actually, or used to be, a very family-oriented society. So you would have heard of concepts like 4 generations under one roof, for example. So this would be a picture from not even a century ago, which is Chinese families being really big, and they have their grandparents, their parents, and the kids, sisters and brothers, even if not living under the same roof, very close by, and the family unit is very close-knit. However, in the last few decades, this has shifted from this to this, which is typically known as the 4+2+1 society, which means basically 4 grandparents, 2 parents, all looking after 1 child. And this partly is a result of the one-child policy, which China started in 1978, I believe it is, so late 70s and early 80s. So all the families in that generation, instead of having many kids, were having only 1 child. So as a result, the child really is the jewel on the crown in the family. It's they're being taken care of very carefully by 6 parents and grandparents. So parents all love their children, but I think in China, because of the 4+2+1 structure, children are really even more precious in this culture now compared to, say, Australia, New Zealand. Not to say that you don't love your children, but when you only have 1 and every family has 1, it really becomes much more emphasized. And because of that, China really has become a very high-pressure society because parents really want their kids to succeed. And also China is a very big country with billions of people. The competition to stay ahead is really fierce. So recently there was I think this was a TV show from 2018. In English, it's called A Little Reunion. Basically, it tells a story of 3 families living in the same building, all with kids aged 17 to 18. So all of these children are going into what is known as the university entrance exam, which is quite similar to HSC here in Australia, in New South Wales, but is a very intensively competitive entrance exam. And I think consistently in the last few years, the number of students entering this exam is around 94 million students every year trying to break into a few of the top universities in China. So the competition is really, really intense. And The Guardian once wrote an article, a very long commentary on Gaokao, which is the name of this entrance exam, dubbed as is China's Gaokao, the world's toughest school exam. So really kids from a very early age, even before they enroll in preschool, are being taught to study really hard. That's why you hear things like tiger moms. And of course, Asia is very well known for its very strict schooling system and culture. So what this means is both parents and children are put under such huge pressure. They're really in this pressure chamber to succeed and to compete. And some of you might know that from 2015, China actually has relaxed the one-child policy. So parents born under certain conditions, fulfilling these criteria, can actually have 2 children in one family. But because of the pressure I've just mentioned, academic pressure as well as financial pressure, many moms, parents are choosing not to have a second child. According to a survey based on about 9,000 women done in 2018, 85% of them are saying they're not willing to have a second child because of the financial pressures. So raising children really is a very high pressure job, and apart from supervising them to study, hoping that they will get into a good university, they also have to look after other aspects of their lives, including health and well-being. And this is really expensive exercise. Even though they're now allowed to have 2 kids, many of them say that they couldn't afford it. Having said that, we can see from the information we can get that the spending on their only child is not actually lower, or we don't see a trend of this decreasing just because they're not having 2 children. This is a survey done by a KOL, which is a key opinion leader. She's actually based in Australia, and she has done a survey on about 45,000 of her followers in different social media and asking them, dear moms, how much are you spending on average on nutritional products for your kids a month? And the results she was getting was even shocking to her. She said on average 400 RMB to 2,000 RMB per month. That translates into $80 to $400 they're spending on their children's health and well-being in nutritional products, in categories such as vitamins, multivitamins, calcium, zinc, iron, DHA, omega fish oil, protein powders, and other products, which is a very high number considering that's only for their children and not a whole family. So what this is saying to us is, even though parents are not necessarily, all of them are choosing to expand their families, the fact that they're having 1 child is actually going to push up their expectation of the products they're getting for the child. And in many cases, we're seeing increase in spend. This is a survey on online sales, but it's very representative of the overall picture in this industry. So this is a data from 2013 to 2016 of the online sales of kids nutritional products we're seeing in China, and that's sourced from Alibaba. So you can see that even though I think the population growth, the data shows, has a slight dip from 2013 to 14, but the sales of these category products has actually not fluctuated at all. And compared to the other categories you see parents normally buy for their kids, such as dairy products, solid food, snacks, nutritional products is here. So you can see that in comparison to dairy formulas, which is a must for many parents, this category has actually experienced increase when this category experienced some decrease. And this is across the board one of the key categories that's experienced that jump in sales. So parents are still very much focused on buying more of nutritional products and more premium ones. So our data, Nielsen data, suggests that, I think this was the 12-month data to February 2019, which is in this category across the board, premium products with a price tag as high as twice of the average price experience a growth of nearly 50%. Well, the products that are moderately priced, so medium price or low price, actually are flat or have experienced decline. So all of these are saying to us that, you know, this trend of premiumization, of buying more segmented products with new formula, new angles of helping with their kids' health and well-being is probably going to keep rising in the future. But what are they putting in their shopping cart now that we've established that they're going to keep buying and more interesting products and segmented products? What are they putting in their shopping cart, or what are they going to put in their shopping cart in the future? Now, there are many factors affecting that, and I have categorized about 4 categories to share with you today in the following session.